Hi, friends. Happy Wednesday. So happy to be here with you guys. I'm just so happy. And to all my TikTok peeps, I'm live streaming on TikTok today, and it stinks because I can live stream on every other platform with no restrictions, but you have to live stream on your actual physical phone one time, and then you can have access to their actual live stream stuff. How stupid. Am I right? So if you're on TikTok, I'm sorry, this will only one time be a bad experience where you're just set up as a phone screen right there. Otherwise, you'll be enjoying the full experience every day after today. So super excited to have you guys all here. But we have a lot to talk about today. First off, Amazon Prime released a pro-Satan R-rated cartoon show that people online are concerned about because, well, it's a cartoons show, and cartoons typically target kids. And lots of people are saying they're actually going to boycott Amazon over this. So, yeah. Lots of people are also saying they're going to call Charlie Kirk a racist person. What? They're calling Charlie Kirk racist for commenting on the increase of diversity hires in airlines. We gotta talk about that. I also want to discuss this new TikTok dating theory that is destroying young couples, but deservedly slow. We're gonna get into all of it and some more. So if you're new here on YouTube or Twitter, be sure to light up the comment section throughout the stream. We'll be taking polls on YouTube about what you guys want to talk about next. And if you're on TikTok, guys, this is the only time it should look like this. Very weird, on my phone or whatever, but I promise you just have to do it this one time, and then we'll all be able to stream together. So if you are on YouTube, please light up those comments. But before we get into all of this, I need to let you know that today's live stream is sponsored by Patriot Mobile. Patriot Mobile is America's only Christian conservative wireless carrier. So when you switch to Patriot Mobile, you're shifting your support from leftist progressive agendas, and instead you're supporting the Christian conservative causes of Patriot Mobile. So if you're interested in joining the Red Economy or supporting this show, be sure to go to patriotmobile.com/Chrissy or click the link below to change your cell phone service. So let's start by just going into this whole Amazon Prime cartoon thing. All right. So if you're watching anywhere but TikTok, you guys can see that I'm looking at an article that reads, Amazon Prime cartoon Has Been Hotel contains gang rape and BDSM episode. I can't believe I have to say these words, right? I don't want to talk about this. This is not my cup of tea, right? I don't want to do this. But let me just give you kind of a gist of this. So a new Amazon Prime cartoon called Has Been Hotel contains this episode that shows a character being, I don't even want to say the words, gang RAPED, and other characters are wearing this BDSM attire. So this was a show that was created on YouTube initially and now is rated 18 plus in the animated musical series category on Amazon. So essentially what the series is, it's set in hell, and it describes Satan as this rebellious dreamer who was cast out of heaven because he just wanted to give us humans free will. Okay, not quite the entire story, obviously. The series features this litany of LGBTQ characters, which, not really necessarily opposed to that. Definitely opposed to the way they promote gay porn stars or sadistic maids. It's weird. And we're going to talk about whether or not to, I don't even know, I guess boycott Amazon over this. But there are videos that I found that are wild, just wild, of the hotel has been series. So if you're watching this on TikTok, I highly recommend you head over to YouTube or X, Twitter right now, because like I said, TikTok is forcing me to do one random video just using my phone, not their platform. So so annoying. But let me show you this video, and you can't really watch it anywhere else. So TikTok, I'm sorry. But let's watch this video together.
Well, hello there, you wayward sinner. Do you like blood, violence, and depravity of a sexual nature?
Oh, Daddy, Do you really expect me to memorize this whole script?
So for the listening audience, it's basically a gay porn star sitting there dressed up as like the devil. And yeah, that's disgusting. But let's keep watching.
Of course you do. That's why you're in hell. What would you say if I told you there was a place to stay that had none of that? Welcome to the Has Been Hotel. Your last desperate attempt at salvation starts here.
So the whole show is essentially trying to paint Satan as some sort of victim. And it's really just, it looks show-toony. It's very musical. Like, it really caters to kind of like dorky people who love musical theater but also are very agnostic. Let's watch another version of this. This is the fall of Satan as portrayed in Has Been Hotel. Okay? It's so freaking weird. I cannot believe this is a thing.
Once upon a time, there was a glowing city protected by golden gates, known as heaven. It was ruled by beings of pure light, angels that worshipped good and shielded all from evil. Lucifer was one of these angels.
So we're talking about the story of creation, right? The story of creation is God created the world, and there were angels that were singing his praises in heaven as is happening. Like, how did we get to talking about Christianity? But there's a real show, okay? And they're saying Lucifer was a wonderful angel, which is true. Like, read your Bible. That was true. He was a wonderful angel at first.
He was a dreamer with fantastical ideas for all of creation, but he was seen as a troublemaker by the elders of heaven, for they felt his way of thinking was dangerous to the order of their world.
So now it kind of goes into this whole like grievance politics thing where basically the show says Lucifer had wonderful ideas, but the elders, the oppressors, they didn't like this idea. Okay, the idea that they don't put into this trailer for this show that's available on Amazon is basically Satan saying, I don't want you to follow God. I want you to follow me. I don't want to be singing songs about God. I want you to be singing songs and praising me. And this show kind of paints it as like grievances. Satan's the victim for all of this. He is not the victim for not following the rules. That's not how this works. Anyway, let's keep watching because it somehow gets worse.
So he watched as the angels began to expand the universe in their ways. From the dust of earth, they created Adam and Lilith, equals as the first of mankind. But despite this, Adam demanded control, and Lilith refused to submit to his will. She fled the garden.
This is the other thing that irritates me about this whole thing, is that, like, in this trailer, they try to add more women, and then they try to make the women like these strong, independent people that won't give in to the will of the man. Like, oh my gosh, these stories are not, it kind of reminds me almost of what happened with the whole, what's her face, the Rachel Zegler chick, where everybody's like, you know, we have to change these stories. We have to change these stories to be, wait, I am so confused. Is this? No. Give me 1 second, guys. I am so nervous that my stream is on. Okay, it's on public. I was so nervous for a second that this was streaming on YouTube as private, which is not what I wanted. I wanted this to be public for everybody. Anyway, this whole grievance policy of like we have to rewrite stories about the Bible, about Disney princesses in order to fit this 2024 narrative. Like, it's garbage, it's blah, it's super problematic, and I hate it, okay? So I don't understand this whole addition of different people into the biblical story. It's not necessary.
Drawn in by her fierce independence, Lucifer found her, and the two rebellious dreamers fell deeply in love. Together, they wished to share the magic of free will with humanity, offering the fruit of knowledge to Adam's new bride, Eve, who gladly accepted. But this gift...
Okay, also in this, they're kind of making this Lilith character out to be like, they're making Eve out to be like a second wife. Second sort of, like, they're recreating the story of this. There's no evidence of this being true, okay? No evidence at all. Also, I'm just going to turn my phone on Do Not Disturb. I got people hit me up, and it's annoying me. Anyway, let's keep watching this.
Came with a curse, for with this single act of disobedience, evil finally found its way into Earth. With it, a new realm of darkness and sin, and the order heaven had worked to maintain was shattered. As punishment for their reckless act, heaven cast Lucifer and his love into the dark pit he had created, never allowing him to see the good.
Yes, so the rest of this whole ordeal really just paints Lucifer as the victim. He is the victim because he had great ideas, and the people who oppressed him just, they didn't want to listen to his ideas. That is essentially what the video argues, and it's toxic. It is Hollywood purveying these ideas onto people. There are some people calling for a boycott of Amazon, especially Christians. If you are Christian, even if you aren't, I still just want to hear your opinion. Do you agree? Like, are you going to boycott Amazon? Please let me know in the comments. I'm seeing some people saying that this is just like really offensive to them. And listen, in terms of the boycotts, I'll be honest. If there was an Amazon alternative, I'd 100% leave Amazon and never look back. But I use Amazon all the time, okay? And it's not popular, Amazon in and of itself, because it's satanic. It's popular because where else can you order a new camera for a discounted price and have it shipped to you in like 24 hours, okay? If someone could compete with that in a not cringy, we're the conservative alternative way, like, please, just create something where you can compete with Amazon and don't delve into politics or promote post-Satan shows. I'm all down with it, okay? And there are also people online talking again about this whole Satan crazy show that Amazon's put out called, again, Has Been Hotel. There are people online who say that this is targeting kids. And I think that's a valid point, that Hollywood loves to promote some of the most sinister ideologies you will ever hear through cartoons. We see that with Hollywood pushing gender ideology specifically through Transformers, Blue's Clues, Bluey, okay? There's just no denying that they do this. But I was also thinking, I was like, guys, Family Guy's a cartoon. South Park is a cartoon. They're all cartoons, and they're not targeted towards kids at all. And I dug through the origin story of this Has Been Hotel show. And it's a show that was originally created on YouTube, and then it was really, really successful. So which is sad in and of itself, I should say. So they sold it to Amazon Prime. So it was low budget from the get-go, right? And if you're creating a low budget product, it's arguably easier to get people to do audio only work, and then you do all the editing with the cartoons. But let me know your thoughts. I'm going to read the chat boxes right now. I see people saying that TikTok Shop is a direct competition. And I also saw somebody named CV, I can't really see it because it's mixed with my shirt, CV Aldovino, saying this is offensive to all Christians. How could they do that to the Bible? It is really offensive. I'm not going to deny it. I see other people saying, I always find it funny how they never finish the sentence. It's always the fruit of the knowledge, not the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil. That's such a good point, Alex. I definitely remember you from when I was live streaming over at TikTok or on Isabel's live stream. So thanks for coming over to the channel. I really, really appreciate it. And you also said that Amazon is too popular on both sides of the political aisle for people to boycott. I couldn't agree more. I do not think that there's going to be an Amazon boycott, but if you guys feel differently, please let me know. Okay. I do want to get into one other topic, I guess, before I put polls up. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of say F it to the polls today. There's just a lot going on. So I'm just going to run through the show how I want to run through it. And yeah, I guess I'm being a little bit of a dictator today. Anyway, let's do this. So I want to talk about, let's do this one. There's this new TikTok dating theory that is destroying young couples, and deservedly so. It's called the orange peel theory. And there are women on TikTok that they're setting up their phones, right? And performing a sort of relationship test where they ask their boyfriends to peel an orange for them. And the theory kind of goes, I'm going to pull up a video. The theory goes that if you ask your partner to do something stupid that like you're fully capable of, like peeling an orange, and they do it for you, your relationship is healthy. And if they refuse to do it for you, your relationship is unhealthy. Now, the internet is debating whether testing your relationship is a healthy thing to do or not, but men on TikTok are flunking this test, and hard. One video has gone mega viral of a young woman asking her boyfriend to peel an orange for her, and it doesn't go so well for her. Again, if you are watching this on TikTok or Twitter's working fine, but if you're watching it on TikTok, feel free to go and subscribe to my YouTube or X account, and you'll be able to watch the videos with me. But I promise TikTok will be fixed after just today. All right, let's watch this mega viral video.
I really want an orange right now.
All right, try here, but I got you, buddy. Here you go.
You'll get me it? No, yeah. But like I really want it, but like I hate peeling it.
You hate peeling it?
Yeah,
right,
it just gets really messy.
Okay.
And I have nails. It'll get like underneath them.
Tough luck, buddy. Go ahead.
Okay, so this is just like so dumb. Why is he saying buddy? Why is he calling her bro? If you are talking, if you're in a relationship and your man A, won't peel an orange for you, or B, calls you buddy and bro, you're just dating a friend. You're not really dating someone that thinks highly of you. This is weird behavior.
Do her.
You're not gonna peel it for me?
Dude, okay, as if I don't do enough.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm being for real. Okay?
You can't fucking peel this orange for me.
Dude, I ask you to do things all the
I
time.
do everything. I just did your fucking laundry.
No.
And you can't peel this for me?
Dude, come on, man.
Seriously?
So he's refusing to peel the orange because he thinks he does enough. And she said, come on, I just did your laundry. Why can't you do this for me? I really feel like it's very popular online right now to say, oh, women need to earn this, right? They have to kind of earn this respect, and they have to do things for themselves. Like men cannot do everything for them if they're not going to kind of be the traditional wife in return. I don't know if this woman works, and I don't know the whole situation, but I don't care if she's a stay-at-home wife. I don't care if she's the breadwinner. If your significant other can't peel a damn orange for you, it's a red flag.
No. Figure your life out, dude. It's not all about what your man can do for you. It's about what you can do for yourself, right?
No, but like a good boyfriend would peel this for me.
Right.
Or like do something for me that I'm perfectly capable of. Obviously I can peel this, but like if you were...
a great boyfriend would tell you to do it yourself.
Oh, okay, so a good boyfriend, according to this video, a good boyfriend would just teach you to empower yourself, I guess, by not letting you peel the orange. By peeling the orange, letting you peel the orange for yourself. You don't need help or assistance peeling the orange. I'm not quite sure how in the world that helps. I see a comment from NM74 saying, if my wife asked me to do something like that, I would do it in a heartbeat because I love her. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, my fiance, if I told him to peel an orange, he'd be like, yeah, sure, babe. Like, he wouldn't give it a second thought. Okay? Because we love each other. Let's keep watching.
I'm not a good boyfriend. I'm a great one. And I'm
Not a
trying to
good
make
boyfriend,
you
I'm a
strong and independent and build you up as a female.
Well, that's the point. I
That's
can
woman
do it. I
empowerment.
can do it myself, but like the point is that you would do it for me
but-
as like an act of service.
But then you wake up and you realize, you know, that you can actually just do it yourself.
Okay. I really hate this man. But I've got to say, if you have to test your relationship, it's also kind of a red flag to your relationship anyway. I don't know if you guys feel that way. Let me know in the comments. But if you feel the innate need to do so, it should be really easy for your partner to peel an orange for you. I feel like we're pretty much all on the same page on this, which is why there's not too much, controversy about this. But people are doing this and their relationships are getting literally ruined. And Logan Merritt made a really good point. He said, as a man, I was kind of upset about the orange peel theory because I hate being tested like that in the orange peel theory way. But hearing his response makes me realize how kind of important it is to test a couple of times too. Basically, he's like, hey, I wouldn't really appreciate being tested. And like I said, I don't think it is kind of a red flag if you have to constantly test your relationship. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, I get it. Like, if you are in a relationship where you think you're close to wanting to be together, but you're not quite sure, like, this could be the test that puts you over the edge, right? I'm kind of in this space where, like, my fiance, if I handed him an orange, he would peel it for me. I tell him all the time, ladies, pipe up in the chat if you agree. Trash is a boy's job, okay? Trash is for the boys. I don't deal with the trash can, and it's not just like the trash bags, like anything that has to do with the trash can, the trash bags, the garbage in general. It's a boy's thing. I don't deal with it. I don't touch the garbage bin. It's not my thing, okay? And my fiance and I have come to realize that's where we want to be, all right? He's going to deal with the trash, and I'm going to deal with the laundry. I just don't understand why it's so hard for people to do things as an act of service for the people that you love. It's like people are lost on this. Also, I see Brittany saying 100%. I've never asked my fiance to empty the dishwasher, but I've never taken out the garbage. Thank you. This is my theory. 100%. I know I'm right. Garbage is a boy thing. Okay. There's also one other comment to me about this whole orange peel theory thing. Somebody named Joe said, "You're not that special," which is what this guy said. And she said, "Babe, run for the if some guy tells you that you are just not that special, oh my gosh." I get that the argument popular online right now, which is that women have to essentially be perfect to have a man dote over them. They need to be traditional stay-at-home wives. They can't get the bread. They can't be a live streamer that works all the time. Okay, whatever. But I just don't even care whether you're an absolute hoe, okay, which I'm not advocating for, but I don't care if you're a hoe or an absolute princess. If you're with someone who won't even peel a damn orange for you, especially if it's the beginning, first 5 to 6 years of your relationship, it's not meant to me. But if you disagree, married peep especially, who am I to talk? I'm just engaged. Married peeps, will you chime in the chat box? I'd really appreciate it. I see Dakari, the professor, said hello from Mississippi. What up? Thank you so much for tuning in, as well as you, Michael W. And yeah, please keep sharing this live, posting it, commenting along. I should check Twitter because I haven't in a while. Anyway, keep me posted on that. Let's get into our next story, which is this concept that Charlie Kirk is somehow racist. Okay, let's talk about this. just so freaking dumb. But let's talk. Charlie Clark. I'm Chrissy Clark, and he's Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk is the founder of Turning Point USA. He was on, I believe it was his show or a show that he does with Jack Posobiec, and they were talking about the problem with diversity, equity, and inclusion in airlines specifically right now. So if you haven't heard about this problem, there's this viral advertisement going around online from Virgin Airlines, and it's this crazy promo video with non-binary flight attendants, and it's so stupid. And at the same time that these like woke initiatives are going out, Virgin Airlines is literally grounding planes because customers are noticing that their planes are falling apart. And a more, I guess, popular example right now is that United Airlines had this huge catastrophe happen where one of its plane's windows just straight up popped off mid-flight. And then people went back and found out that United Airlines seemingly was spending all of its time and energy on diversity initiatives. And there's actually a video of the CEO reportedly dancing in drag for his employees. And there's also a video of the CEO telling Axios that the goal for the company is to get more employees of color. So Charlie Kirk and some co-hosts were talking about this, and I want to watch that.
And that's why I think this United story and the DEI story hits so hard, because we've all been in the back of a plane when the turbulence hits or when you're flying through a storm and you're like, I'm so glad I saw the guy with the right stuff and the square jaw get into the cockpit before we took off. And I feel better now thinking about that. No, I mean, like,
you want to go thought crime? Like, I'm sorry. If I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
So Charlie Kirk just said, for those in the listening audience, that that if he saw a black man get into the pilot seat, he would be concerned about that. And this obviously drew some criticism from people because with limited context, that would come across as racist. I understand that with limited context that way. But somebody named Ed Krasenstein, I'm so sorry, I don't know how to spell your name or say your name, Ed Krasen. We're just going to go with that because I do know that he's like respected on Twitter, which actually doesn't mean shit in my opinion. But anyway, someone's going to hate me for saying that. I don't give a shit. I don't care at all. So Ed Krasen said, Charlie Kirk, I'm sorry, if I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. And then Ed says, Charlie Kirk is racist. Is there any other word for this? If that's not racism, what is? How about giving people jobs based on their race? That's also like, it's pretty freaking racist. Anyway, let me pull up. Matt Walsh had a great response to this that I'm worth reading as well. It says, no, it's not racist. Don't be ridiculous. The point Charlie Kirk is making is that when you hire people based on DEI instead of skill and merit, you create this kind of wariness and suspicion. DEI policies have done that, not Charlie Kirk. Of course, a black pilot could be perfectly qualified, but when United announces we're going to hire more black pilots, we're left to wonder if any one particular pilot is there because he's the best or if he's there because he fills the demographic quota. Get rid of DEI and all forms of affirmative action and concern will disappear. Okay, yes, language matters, okay? Oh, and I hear someone saying language, ma'am. Y'all, if you have not turned into this before, you know that my language is questionable, okay? So if you have kids, headphones. Anyway, I gotta say, I agree with Charlie. There's nothing racist about this. I think this is the same issue we see with Kamala Harris, Ketanji Brown Jackson, right? And just, I hate to say it, but a lot of black students at Harvard, it's been, I guess, openly told to the public that these people, while they may be qualified, they were not given the position because they were the most qualified, but because they were qualified and or fit a racial description. And I think it's the or of that makes people nervous. What if organizations, like we see with Harvard, are lowering their standards for acceptance because they want that racial composition? And what Charlie Kirk was saying was that if United or other airlines are lowering their qualifications for certain minorities, that is what's going to happen. Those comments, that thought, it's not just going to happen in the mind of Charlie Kirk. It's going to happen to plenty of sane people, regardless of their race most of the time. And I think it leads to more racism. That's not saying that what Charlie Kirk is saying is racist, okay? But when so-called anti-racist policies are put in place, they make people keenly aware of someone's race and subconsciously make us, anybody, think that the minority person may not be qualified because there are people who are only saying that minorities who aren't qualified are still getting positions. Do you know what I'm saying? It's super frustrating, and it ends up hurting the qualified minorities who worked hard to get to those positions, because there are a lot of qualified black and brown or whatever you want to call them people, so many awesome people that are qualified, they've worked their butts off, and you have to look at them and people are going to wonder, did they actually deserve this? And it has nothing to do with that person. In fact, it's in spite of that person. It's because there are racist people that believe the only way to solve racism is with more racism. And that's just, I'm sorry, it's not freaking true. I see people saying, I like Charlie Kirk. He always makes sense. Yep, Charlie's the bomb. We also have a lot of comments. Whoa. I have someone named Bear saying, oh, thank you so much for wishing me well in my relationship. What else do we have? Okay. Takari the professor said, oh, I've heard about this and what happened last year because they're diversity hires. This whole initiative is not just evil, but it's incredibly irresponsible. Just have the most qualified people get the job. Yeah, you know, I really feel like this is something that, like, we all get, right? Like, we all inherently get, hey, you know, we just should do things based on a meritocracy. And I would venture to say 85% of the country is there. 85% of the country agrees with that, but it's just a handful of woke morons that aren't, right? It really is. And it's super, super frustrating. Very, very frustrating. Anyway, shall we get into our next topic? I'm kind of breezing through this live stream. It's probably going to be shorter because I stopped a little late. Just got a lot to go through. But I have to get to, oh my gosh, guys. I mean, obviously doing this is a full-time job, like beyond a full-time job. Planning a wedding is a third, fifth, seventh. It's such a huge job. And I'm going to be honest, I'm just like kind of done. I'm like, don't want to do this anymore. So I have to go wedding food tasting. So I'm probably going to have a little bit of a shorter stream. So bear with me. Hello, fellow Clark sister. I see you there, Sarah. We love a good Clark. And I'm never changing my last name on social media because I freaking love my name. And I know we're just talking about getting married. So somebody else said, are you shadow banned on TikTok? Of course I am. Y'all, think about the content I put out. Of course I'm shadow banned on TikTok. The heck? I mean, not to be like, what a stupid question, but like, duh. Duh. It stinks. Anyway. All right, let's get into this next one. This next story, oh my gosh, it hit home for me because it's from my hometown, okay? So a councilman from Naperville, Illinois, which is a suburb in Chicago. When people tell you they're from Chicago, they're probably from Naperville, okay? That's my hometown. So anyway, this councilman, and oh, what is this thing on my head on TikTok? Oh my gosh, that was so cool. Anyway, this suburb and this councilman of this suburb wants to create a sign-up list for residents to host illegal immigrants in their homes. So this is an area that voted for Biden by a 20% margin in 2020. So Naperville, y'all better get ready. You know, you voted for this. So let me show you this video of this Naperville councilman. It's a little long, so I'll try to, you know, all of it as best I can.
I do know that there's a lot of people that do care, and I think we live in a compassionate community. So, before we go down the road of, doing what, following suit on some of these other cities are taking action on, my idea would be let's find out.
Okay, so this guy, this councilman, he's saying we need to find out whether the citizens are interested in getting rid of illegal immigrants or housing them. Technically, by voting for Joe Biden in 2020, they were saying they wanted to house them. So, anyway, just a thought.
Let's find out who's willing to help. So, we do hear from constituents on both sides of this. What are we going to do to preemptively stop this? And then we hear from people that tell us we should do more. So, we do have a very affluent community, a lot of big homes. And what I'd like to do is direct staff to create a sign-up sheet.
Oh, so we should create a sign-up sheet to see whether the Naperville suburban moms want to house illegal immigrants in their homes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I want you to imagine, this is these are people that are upper class, upper middle class. And they're sorry for hitting that. They're hey, you should open up your homes to illegal. This is not going to happen. These people, I can't even imagine my mom opening up her home to an illegal immigrant, okay? Because that's never going to happen. They vote. The reason why this happens in the first place, why we even get to a place like this, is because people vote like this to feel good about themselves, but the second you ask them to actually do something about it, nothing ever happens. Have y'all ever seen that video where somebody says, by the way, but have you ever seen that video where the guy's he goes to an immigration rally. He's hey, we're asking people to sign up to house illegal immigrants. Are you in for it? And everyone's oh, I think I'm busy that weekend. It's oh my gosh. Okay, cool. None of them actually want to, do this kind of stuff together. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. They don't actually want to pay the consequences for their vote, even though, if you do this, if you vote for this, you should be forced to pay for the consequences of your vote. Okay. I am sick of paying the consequences of liberals' votes. I will tell you that. I'm so sick. I was just bitching about this other day. I did say in the least eloquent way that I wanted to punch Joe Biden in the face for this, because I went to Kroger, which is relatively a cheap grocery store, and all I got was 5 days worth of groceries. It was I didn't even get eggs. I didn't get milk. I just got some meat, some granola bars, some cucumber, nothing crazy. It was 2 bags, and then I had a third bag that just had spaghetti sauce in it, and I didn't get Rouse, none of that good shit, okay? And it was $107, okay? I did not ask for that. I did not vote for that shit, okay? Some liberal voted for that shit, and I have to pay for it. Why? Good God, why? It's so annoying. And so I'm just frustrated by it. Very, very frustrated by it. And I just feel in order to stop people from voting for this stupid policy that they can pay for, I feel we should ask people to house illegal immigrants. You vote for this, you're tacitly saying you can have an illegal immigrant in your house. I just feel we'd have a lot more success. Okay. By the way, if you like hearing crazy underreported stories like this is what I do for a living. Okay. Full time. I went independent this freaking Monday. So I call these stories underreported stories. I send out an email every Monday to Thursday with exclusive underreported stories. You can get the short version always TikTok, Instagram. You can find them in YouTube Shorts. Or if you want to help out, you can subscribe to my Substack, which is linked in my bio or linked below if you're watching on YouTube. And you'll get longer versions of underreported stories, links to all the stories, and our underreported podcast, by the way, it drops tomorrow, Thursday, for the very first time. So subscribe on Apple, Spotify, just type in underreported stories with Chrissy Clark. It should pop up, and I really appreciate it. Okay. Oh my gosh, I saw from Molly Wood. We love you and we love your videos. I love you guys so freaking much. I was really, really scared on Monday to go independent and do my own thing, but it's just been an outpouring of support, and I'm so freaking grateful. so freaking grateful. Not everybody can literally get laid off their job and just like have a job placed in their hands like this, but it is a blessing from God, and y'all are blessings. So thank you so much. Let's get into the final story. Again, like I said, just kind of a small or shorter stream today. I apologize. And again, apologize to my TikTok peeps. I'm going to pull you over into the desktop version. I just needed to do one 25-minute stream on my phone in order to get access. So dumb. So let's talk about this crazy Canadian teacher. Good God. First, we started with my hometown, which is where I grew up. Let's go back to my homeland, because if y'all didn't already know, I'm Canadian. It's a burden I carry truly every day. Anyway, this lady named Karen Bonder, of course her name's Karen. She doesn't spell it Karen, but of course she's a Karen, of course. Anyway, she's a member of a public school district board of education, and she hosts an online sex video series where she discusses obscure facts about sex and wild animals. I have to show you to believe it. Again, if you're on TikTok, head over to YouTube or Twitter to watch.
Let's face it, homosexuality happens. In fact, in the animal kingdom, gay and lesbian sex is pretty much as common as straight sex. Boys on boys, girls on girls, boys on girls.
So while she's talking, by the way, about sex and animal sex, how do I get paid to do this? Oh my gosh. She's also wearing a purple wig, like the purple bob wig that you see bachelorette girls wear, and a really ugly jorts. Like those are the ugliest things ever. And this t-shirt that just says legalize everything. Like, okay.
Boys on boys on boys on girls. You get the picture. So the next time someone tells you that the natural union is between one male and one female, you might want to remind them that the only added benefit of a male-female partnership is the possibility to produce offspring.
Okay, so she says the only benefit of a male-female relationship is to create offspring. No. No. We know that to be false from a million things, okay? Because obviously, sorry, there's just trolls in the comments and it's funny. Obviously, we know that there are so many incredible things about a male-female relationship. I don't like to rag on people generally for like their sexuality online. That's really not my thing, but I just think it'd be stupid to say that because no, you know what? I'm not even going to mince words about this. You're stupid if you believe that male-male relationships are equivalent to male-female relationships. You can procreate. I don't know of other species that are actively having random orgy sexcapades. That's not a thing that's happening. That's not a thing that's happening in the animal kingdom. This is a crazy woman who is a school board member whacking off about her crazy ideas. She's drinking something. Hopefully it's just water, but she's drinking something with a shirt that says legalize everything. How are you teaching our kids? I just got really weird deja vu, by the way. Ooh, I feel like I've been here before, and I certainly haven't. So anyway, let's keep going. How do I get deja vu about a video of a weird woo-woo girl in a purple wig? What the hell is my life?
If we're going to call natural all the stuff that actually happens in nature, then boys having sex with boys and girls having sex with girls is completely natural.
Swingers, orgies, three-ways, whatever you want to call it.
Oh my
Don't
God.
knock it till you've tried.
Talking about massive schlong.
Okay. I've only watched up till here. I'm not gonna lie, and I do see dildos. I am confused, but so I'm going to stop it there. I don't want to watch. I don't want any of that on my page. I'm not interested in that. But this is really a human being, a real woman who thinks that she's fit to teach children, to educate our children. Okay, I don't even know. I love somebody saying that purple wigs are fascist. Yes, okay. I have always said that I think I'm cool to debate almost everybody. I should post this video to my new YouTube channel, but I did date. Oh my gosh, I didn't date this person. I debated a person who is transgender and has an emotional support shark. Okay, so I'm cool to debate most people, but if you have purple or pink or blue hair, I just don't see the point in debating with you. You can't be rationalized with if you think those hair colors are normal. Ooh, I don't understand TikTok Live, so I'm getting all these really cool things, and I'm like, I don't know, thank you. It's really cool, and y'all are so sweet. Yeah, so that should be fun. I am also just dying at these trolls. This is so funny. But anyway, if you wanted to go look up where that woman works, by the way, she's a city school board member for the Chilliwack School District in Canada. And I really just think that she embodies the name Chilliwack. She's whack. She's a whack. She's a complete whack job. Again, if you like those kind of stories, those are on Underreported Stories. I have to go and edit Underreported Stories now so we can get them up by 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Let me just finish out. If you have any other chats, super chats, requests, send them all in now because I'm going to start going through them before we wrap up today's live. So I saw from Laura, who's my number 2. I don't understand this number 1. Oh, Steven. You're the one that sent me the hat. Love your content. I love you, Steven. Thank you. I also have Laura said, to be fair, my sister is 57 and has silver, purple, and blue hair and is a constitutional conservative. Oh my gosh. Can you explain, like, what got her to that place? It's not that I don't want to generalize too much. Just explain it to me. I'm confused, okay? Any other things? Sean, thanks for sticking up for me, bud. I hear people saying, so excited that you have my content. Alex, best of luck starting independent. Also, I love that people are saying, thank God for my husband's money. Oh, guys, if only you know, but it doesn't matter. Absolutely doesn't matter. I love you guys so freaking much. If you haven't already, please be sure to go and subscribe to